What's up, Tim Sykes here. Just wanted to make a little video just to go over what I see happening in the market so that you can better adapt. I'm actually here in Istanbul for just a few days. On my way to Africa, we have several new schools, computer labs, and libraries opening. We're trying to, help all these different communities worldwide. We're now in 32 different countries, or maybe now 33. It's getting overwhelming, and it's just my honor to give back. We have projects in America, Mexico, and Canada too. Some people are like, what about North America? We try to help everywhere. We're trying to do more projects in Asia and Africa though, because really they need a lot of help. And, frankly, I'm wealthy, but I'm not like that wealthy. I'm not a billionaire. My money goes further in these countries. We can build computer labs, schools. In case you're wondering, a school costs between $25,000 and $35,000. Libraries are between $20,000 and $30,000. Computer labs are between $15,000 and $25,000. So all of these projects that we're building, it's life-changing. I'm very excited. This is a little view of Istanbul. You can see a mosque. You can see some of Istanbul. It's pretty cool. I'll do more in a little bit, but I wanted to just go over what's happening now because I know you're seeing video lessons on my YouTube channel. Some of them are like weeks old, some are months old. I'm trying to keep up, but I don't always have the best Wi-Fi. That's why I'm explaining that I'm traveling. And, when I go to Africa, I'm always trading. I'm always teaching. If you want live videos, if you want live trading, click below, get into my challenge. That is live. YouTube, very delayed. It's still useful, it's good for you to learn, but some people get a little confused because by the time we even get it up on YouTube, it's sometimes a few days, sometimes a few weeks, sometimes even a few months old. I think that what I teach is very evergreen, so the same rules, the same patterns apply, but I know people like live. So again, if you want live, click the link below, and if you want Q&A, I'm getting more questions than ever. I'm getting hit up on every platform. There's only one place that I do Q&A, that is for my challenge students, okay? This is how I, just keep what little sanity I have left. If you have any questions, I know some people are like, just one question, just one question. No, 0 questions answered outside of my challenge. I'm sorry to be that guy, but I got to protect my sanity and my time. I'm going to go out and explore Istanbul in a little bit too, but I got to focus on trading. Right now, it's the summertime, okay? I really want you to understand summertime trading is different than other times. Spring, winter, fall. You have a lot, I guess you could just say like better setups, a lot less choppiness. Right now, July and most likely August coming up, we're going to be in for some chop. Sorry, my arm is getting tired. And you have to get used to it. And I've been making video lessons about this for, my challenge students. I've been talking about this on live webinars. But again, because a lot of the stuff that we get up on YouTube is delayed, I want you to hear it so that you understand, so that you have the right perspective. Because sadly, when a trade doesn't go well, people are like, what did I do wrong? I don't get it. Trading is so hard. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just the market. And even though the market has been going up very steadily, very nicely, if you're invested in Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, fantastic, congrats. But if you're trading a lot of these choppy stocks, even AI plays, non-Nvidia, but other AI plays, very, very choppy. So expect it. You don't have to trade. I know several of my top students are taking like the summers off. Jack Kellogg, over $12 million now. He literally made nearly $2 million in the first few weeks of 2023. He hasn't really made much since. I think he might be flat over the last 3 months of trading. Not for a lack of effort, okay? And he's one of the greatest penny stock traders in the world, and he hasn't made much in the past few months, not just days or weeks. So you need to have perspective. Too many people get down on themselves. They think it's them. They give up. They stop studying. They stop learning. They hurt their own learning curve. Because I know it's discouraging to trade choppy stocks. I know it's discouraging not to make money. I haven't made much the past few months, okay? I had that big $27,000 loss where my brain just went like it's stupid. I threw out all my rolls. I took too big of a position. I didn't check stocks to trade breaking news. I always tell you guys every single day, use stocks to trade breaking news. Stocks to trade breaking news was open on my computer. The company I was trading, EFTR, had breaking news. Kind of, scumbag move to announce good news and then a few minutes later do an offering. So I got a little unlucky, but it was my own fault for breaking my rules and being in a stock and not knowing that there was an offering. So again, click the link below if you want to join my challenge for live webinars, live trading, more live videos. But also click the second link for stocks to trade breaking news. Choppy market or not, I don't know how to say it. So many of you are unprepared, right? Stocks to trade breaking news might not give the biggest winners every single day because, again, like the market is choppy, but at least you're aware of them and you're learning in real time. I really believe that stocks to trade breaking news is the #1 tool that you should be using every single day. Whether you're learning, whether you're trading, whether you're paper trading, that way you can see all the news happen and you can see which plays are best in real time. And you can see which plays are not best. Sometimes there's good news and the stock doesn't spike the way you want or doesn't move the way that you want. It's not that this is an exact science or that it's so impossible. You just have to adapt to different markets. And right now, for all the choppiness, for all the frustration, it's a great time to learn because there are new plays almost every single day, whether you're dip buying morning panics, whether you're buying morning spikes, whether you like first green day buys, whether you like first red day shorts, whether you like swing trading, value investing. I'm curious, what do you like best that you've learned so far? Which patterns do you love or which patterns do you understand and like you do better on? For me, it's morning panics. And the morning panics lately have been pretty weak, partially because every single day the market has been going higher and higher. And, just every little dip is bought. You don't get any big dips. So again, this is what's confusing about trading. People are like, Tim, you want to dip buy, but you want the stock market to keep going higher. I want the stock market to keep going higher because, a rising tide lifts all boats. But at the same time, I want more volatility. I want more morning panics to dip by. We haven't seen like a 30, 40, 50% drop in quite a while. I mean, even APLD had not one, but two short reports that came out suspiciously within 30 minutes of each other. And I was dip buying it and it barely panicked and it bounced a little bit. Like it's funny how like the short reports became like a dip buying opportunity because I think shorts are the new promoters. I've talked about that in more videos, but I want the market to be rising, but I love volatility. And when there's not much volatility in the small cap markets, like right now, like there's a lot of choppiness, not big multi-day moves straight up or straight down, just like up, down, up, down, up, down. It's really tough to trade. The good news is in a rising market, there will be upcoming opportunities. The higher these stocks go, eventually, whether it's September or October, those are the 2 months with the most crashes in history. Those 2 months should open the doors to some, crashes, to some intraday panic dip buying. And I want you to be prepared. When it's a slow or choppy market, go outside, travel more, do whatever you got to do, work out more, but also study more because this is kind of like the off season for stocks or for stock trading. And during the off season, that's when you should really push your studying. No different than if you were like an athlete, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Ronaldo, Messi, like they're all training during the off season that you don't see. And people just see like, wow, they're so amazing during game time or during championships. It's because they're prepared during the off season. They're maximizing when there's no lights, there's no cameras, there's no opponent, there's no championship at stake. That's when they're putting in the time grinding. That's what this time is. It's not the most rewarding time financially, and it is very frustrating, like I said. That's why I'm making this video, but you got to go through it. Trade small, take small gains, take small losses. I had the $27,000 loss, which pretty much wiped out most of my gains this year. I've been trading small ever since, but I've been working on my process and I'm still green and I'm making a little more than I lose and I'm trying to stay disciplined and I'm just trying to stay fresh. Some people will say, Tim, just take the entire summer off, come back, when your head is better, when the market's better. I find that if I take too much time off the markets, I get rusty. And then if there's a perfect play, I'm so off because I'm rusty and I haven't traded. So, you got to do what's right for you. Even when I'm trading and traveling, I'm still practicing. And I think that's probably right or best for most people right now. Whether you're trading small or paper trading, you still kind of get in a rhythm. Just know that it's really tough to make a lot right now. I don't know anybody having a record year. People on Twitter claim that they are, but, most people on Twitter just lie. Like 90% of traders lose. And it's not because they lose all the time. They lose in choppy, frustrating markets like this. So stay safe, have the right perspective, keep learning, use this slower kind of off-season market to really get better, to hone your skills, because then when the market is hot or hotter, or when we get some big crashes and more volatility, you'll be better prepared. This is the time to really study up. Remember, you're playing a game of catch up, okay? I've been doing this 20 plus years. Many of the top traders that I know have been doing this for 5, 10, 15 years. Many of you are just beginning 6 months, 12 months, 18, 24 months in, and you're confused because 2020, 2021 was, crazy. 2022 sucked. The average trading account in 2022 lost 44%. So you've had like this whiplash. Where do you fit in, depending on when you started and in your account size and your goals and your favorite pattern? But at the same time, recognize it's a marathon and not a sprint, okay? It doesn't matter what you make in year 1, year 2, or even year 3, sometimes even year 4. How much can you learn in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4? How prepared can you be during your 5th year, during your 6th year, during year 7, when you should theoretically have experience, you should have, knowledge, and hopefully by that time you're trading with a bigger account too. I encourage everyone to trade really small in the beginning. People say, how much should I start an account with? Should I do 50,000? Should I do 25,000? If you're wondering whether to start with 25 or 50,000, I say start with 2,500 or 5,000. Oh yeah, but aren't I under the PDT and then I can't trade as much? Correct. You shouldn't trade that much when you're just beginning. There's so many fake outs these days. There's so many false breakouts. Even with a short report like APLD, 2 short reports, and what was the stock? The next day, it was up like 15% from where those short reports came out, okay? So it's not as simple as you want it to be. The good news is you can learn. And, penny stocks, it's not rocket science. By year 3, year 4, year 5, even some of like the dumbest, most undisciplined students that I've had, and I've had a lot of them, they still get it if they stick with it. Year 3, year 4, year 5. You just don't get it necessarily month 6, month 12, month 18 like you want. Let's not forget Jack Kellogg, who's, yes, over $2 million or around $2 million plus this year in 2023 already, 12 million plus in career lifetime earnings. Year 1, he lost $2,600. And he clicked the link below. He had access to all the content that all the challenge students do. He paid me several $1,000s for the challenge, okay? Think about that. You pay several $1,000s for my challenge. We're supposed to create all these millionaires. Year 1, he's trading almost every day and he loses $2,600. But he learned, okay? I would rather you lose $2,600 than $26,000 if you trade small. He's always traded aggressively. Many of my students lose like 500 or 1,000 year 1. Tim Grittani, who's made more than Jack Kellogg, but now he's retired, 2 kids, living the life, retired, trader life. Guess what? He broke even after year 1. So 2 of my top students, 2 8-figure students, not just 7-figure students, 2 8-figure students lost a little or made nothing year 1. And Grittani also paid several thousands of dollars for my challenge. So perspective, right? Life-changing lessons that cost a few $1,000s that can lead to millions over time are worth it. But you gotta think about this as a marathon and not a sprint. 2023 has been choppy. It's fantastic for the NASDAQ. It's fantastic for long-term investors, for traders. It's really tough. And it's okay. It's okay to admit that it's tough. It's okay that you're not necessarily making record profits right now. You can still make knowledge gains. Massive, massive knowledge gains. And I said this for the majority of 2023. I said this is a year for learning, not necessarily earning. But you shouldn't take it off because, again, you get rusty. You shouldn't get discouraged because there's always going to be markets like this. You should maximize the opportunity right now. You should maximize the time. You are playing a game of catch up. You have to get more skilled. You have to get more knowledgeable. You have to get more experienced. This is the time to really push all of those. And I know you might not think that you're getting better, especially if you go on like a losing streak, losing 3 trades in a row. It's okay. Okay? Especially if you follow rule number 1, cut losses quickly. You have a whole checklist of lessons that you have to learn. Many of them are not going to be fun lessons. Many of them are going to be losses. Like, oh, I cut losses here I shouldn't have. I could have made more money on day 2. FYI, you should always cut losses. It's okay to cut losses too quickly. Sometimes you're going to want to buy a stock with stocks to trade breaking news and you're going to miss it because it's too fast. This happened on RXRX yesterday. I saw the breaking news at 11, 12-ish. It went before up to 18 and I missed it and I didn't chase it. I made some money on the dip buy though. in the 11s later on. But sometimes you're not even going to have stocks to trade breaking news. Many of you aren't using stocks to trade breaking news, and you're missing plays galore. You don't even realize it. So again, click the link below if you want to apply for my challenge, if you want Q&A with me, if you want live webinars. Click the second link if you want stocks to trade breaking news, and leave a comment below. Let me know your favorite pattern or patterns. I'm curious. Or if you haven't studied enough, you don't know yet. But it's a process. Let's maximize this summer. Keep learning. I got to get going. We got a new computer lab opening in just a few days. Cheers.